नमस्कार श्रोताओं, मैं हूं दिलीराम दुलाल और आप सुन रहे हैं कार्यक्रम भारत विकास डायरी। आज आकाशवाणी के इस कार्यक्रम के इस अंक में हम आपको ले चलेंगे सिक्किम के एकमात्र लोकसभा समष्टि में। क्षेत्रफल के नजरिए से सिक्किम भारत का दूसरा सबसे छोटा राज्य है। हिमालय की तराई में बसा सिक्किम सन 1975 में आजादी के 28 साल बाद भारत का 22वां राज्य बना था। आपको बता दें कि 6 जिले के 32 विधानसभा वाली इस राज्य में केवल एकमात्र लोकसभा समष्टि है। लोकसभा समष्टि के बारे में सीईओ सिक्किम श्री डी आनंद ने हमें विस्तार से प्रकाश डाला है।
In Sikkim, we have only one parliamentary constituency, and the total number of electors as on today in Sikkim we have 4,63,861 voters, and but this number will further get changed because still we are accepting the forms for inclusion and deletions. So once the general elections to the Lok Sabha and Sikkim Legislative Assembly is announced, then that day we will freeze the database and that will be the final figure. But as of today it is 4,63,861, and the breakup of male and female is like this. We have 2,32,408 male voters, and we have got 2,31,450 female voters, and we also have 3 third gender voters. And we have, out of this overall number of voters, we have 2,476 voters in the category of senior citizens in the age group of 85 and above, and we have also got 12,659 voters in the age group of 18 to 19. Then in the age group of 20 to 29 we have got 1,09,304 voters. In the age group of 30 to 39 years we have 1,36,369 voters. In the age group of 40 to 49 years we have got 90,319 voters. In the age group of 50 to 59 years we have got 57,819 voters. In the age group of 60 to 69 years we have got 35,022 voters. In the age group of 70 to 79 years we have got 16,207 voters. In the age group of 80 to 84 years we have got 3,686 voters, and in the age group of 85 plus we have got 2,476 voters. And among all these voters we have got 4,184 voters who are persons with disabilities. If we see the voting percentage of Sikkim in the past elections, Sikkim has always had a very high voting percentage, and it has always been much higher than the national average. In 2014 elections we had 83.65% of voter turnout, and in 2019 elections we had 81.42% of percentage of voter turnout, both in the assembly as well as in the Lok Sabha election. And if you see the past elections, the percentage of vote share by different political parties, in the case of the assembly elections, both the Sikkim Krantikari Morcha as well as the Sikkim Democratic Front, two major state recognized parties, both of them have got almost close to 47 percentage of votes. And in the case of Lok Sabha elections, the Sikkim Krantikari Morcha had got 47.46 percentage, and the Sikkim Democratic Front had got 43.92 percentage of voter share. And with regard to the polling stations, we have got 573 polling stations throughout Sikkim, spread across 6 districts in the state. And out of this 573, 485 polling stations are in the rural areas, and 88 polling stations are in the urban areas. And if you see the locations, we have 427 locations where these 573 polling booths are going to be set up, and the average number of electors per polling station in Sikkim is 741. So we have already made all arrangements for the elections. As we all know, Sikkim will be going for simultaneous elections, which means the elections will be there for both Lok Sabha as well as for the 32 assembly constituencies of Sikkim Legislative Assembly. And the electoral rolls, as I said earlier, are still it's open for any additions and deletions. Once the general elections are announced by the Election Commission of India, then we will stop receiving further forms and the final list of voter list will be made ready. And we are also ensuring that before the poll day, the epic cards are delivered to all the voters. In addition to that, the booth level officers will also be handing over voter information slip to each of the voter in Sikkim, and that will contain the name of the voter and their part number, serial number of the constituency, and the name of the polling station, in which polling station they have to go to cast their vote. So all those details will be given in the voter information slip. So that also we will be distributing well before the poll day. We are also prepared for giving postal ballots to all those who are working for the election duty. Now when we talk about people who are put on election duty, so every polling booth will have one presiding officer and 5 polling officers, and wherever we have a Sangha assembly constituency also is there, which is a unique assembly constituency in Sikkim. Wherever a Sangha booth is also there, so we will be sending one extra polling official. So altogether around 6,000 polling officials will be involved in the simultaneous elections in Sikkim. And apart from that, if you take into account many other officials who will be working as sector magistrates, nodal officers, and those officers and staff who are working in the CEO office, in the district collector's office and all, and also the police personnel who will be on security duty. So more than 10,000 people will be involved for the elections in Sikkim. So all those people who are on election duty, they will be provided a postal ballot, and we have already verified all the polling stations. We have also ensured that all the polling stations, all the 573 polling stations in Sikkim have the basic minimum facilities, or we call it as assured minimum facilities, like drinking water, electricity, a ramp for the persons with disabilities, and then a toilet facility. So these are some of the basic facilities which are required to be provided in the polling station. So we are ensuring that all our 573 polling stations will have all the assured minimum facilities. In addition to that, some of the polling stations will be manned only by women polling personnel. We will be calling it as all women polling stations, as a mark of empowerment of women. And similarly, we are trying to have one polling booth within Gangtok district, where all the presiding and polling officials will be persons with disabilities. So it will be all the 1+5 presiding and polling officials, all will be persons who are having disability, but they will be conducting the elections, again to show that our persons with disabilities are in no way lesser or less capable as any other person. They are equally having all rights, and they are equally capable like any other person. To prove that, we are planning to have one polling booth which is going to be managed entirely by the persons with disabilities. With regard to familiarization and publicity about the EVMs, electronic voting machines, so we had already organized various demonstration centers, EVM demonstration centers we had set up, and we also had mobile demonstration vans where the EVM was taken to various locations so that people know how to cast their vote. Though in Sikkim we have been casting vote through EVM for many years, but still, as per the directions of the Election Commission, we have carried out this publicity activity, and all our strong rooms and counting halls are also identified, and they are getting arranged. All the preparations are being carried out, and we have trained many personnel, all the polling personnel, many people like those who are going to be involved in the conduct of elections in the polling station, like the presiding polling officers. We have already given 3 rounds of training to them. Another 4th round, last round of training will be given in the last week of March. And we have also trained all our sector officers, our flying squads, our static surveillance teams, our police officers, and expenditure monitoring teams. So all trainings have been carried out already, and we will be getting observers from the Election Commission of India. They will be deputing observers for general observers, police observers, as well as for expenditure observers. With regard to election expenditure monitoring, as I said earlier, we have got flying squads. In every constituency, we will have minimum 3 flying squads, and we will have 1 static surveillance teams. So these teams are basically for checking the vehicles and seeing if any illegal arms or any large amount of cash or liquor is being transported, which can be used for inducement of the voters. So to prevent all those activities, the flying squads will be moving around the constituency, and the static surveillance team will be putting up nakas at main locations, and they will be checking the vehicles, and if anything is found illegal, that will be seized by them. The returning officers, assistant returning officers for the conduct of the Lok Sabha elections as well as for the assembly elections have all been notified by the Election Commission of India. So at the level of the Chief Secretary, already 2 meetings have been held to review all the preparedness for the general elections. So all the officials at the state level as well as at the district level are fully geared up for conducting a very smooth and a peaceful general elections in Sikkim.
सिक्किम प्रगति की पथ पर लगातार अग्रसर है और केंद्र सरकार की विविध योजना का लाभ सिक्किम को मिल रहा है। विधायक श्री डी.आर. थापा ने सिक्किम को मिल रहा लाभ के बारे में संक्षिप्त में बताया। उन्होंने आकाशवाणी से बात करते हुए कहा,
नहीं, अभी सिक्किम में 160 से ज़्यादा केंद्र का सहूलियत है। इसमें से आज 4,08,000 लोग फ्री चावल, जो मोदी जी का फ्री चावल मिल रहा है। आयुष्मान भारत जो 5 लाख का फ्री ट्रीटमेंट है, उसमें आज सिक्किम में एक आयुष्मान भारत का मिल रहा है। ई श्रम जो 2 लाख का इंश्योरेंस है गरीब को, वो उसका आज सिक्किम में 38,000 से ज़्यादा है। आज उज्ज्वला योजना मिल रहा है सिक्किम में। और बेरोजगार के लिए प्रधानमंत्री एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन प्रोग्राम है। बेरोजगार के लिए मुद्रा स्कीम्स है। बेरोजगार के लिए प्रधानमंत्री कौशल विकास योजना, जहां हम लोग बेरोजगार को ट्रेनिंग दे सकते हैं। आज सिक्किम में बहुत ज़्यादा सेंट्रल स्कीम्स को फ़ायदा ले रहे हैं सिक्किम में।
इसी तरह से प्रधानमंत्री कृषि सिंचाई योजना PMKSY की लाभार्थी श्रीमती रेणुका अधिकारी ने बताया कि कृषि सिंचाई योजना के कारण फसल उत्पादन में बढ़ोतरी हुई है और उन्होंने केंद्र सरकार के प्रति आभार व्यक्त किया है।
नमस्कार, म तुमिन बराङको कृषक रेणुका अधिकारी। अनि प्रधानमन्त्री कृषि सिंचाई योजना अन्तर्गत पाइप, ट्याङ्की, स्प्रिङ्कल पाएकोले धेरै खेतीपाती सजिलो गरी गर्न सकिरहेको छ। यो स्किमद्वारा चाहिँ हामीलाई सुकाउरो टाइममा चाहिँ सिँचाइ गर्न साह्रै सजिलो हुँदैछ र यो विभागलाई धेरै धन्यवाद दिँदैछु। हाम्रो यो पहिला भन्दा अहिले र पोहोर हाम्रो खेतीपाती धेरै बेसी हुँदैछ र म खेती गरेर घर चलाउनको लागि धेरै सहायता हुँदैछ र यही अन्तर्गत कृषि विभागलाई धेरै धन्यवाद दिन गइरहेको छु।
स्मरण हो, राज्य के गठन के बाद से ही सिक्किम प्रगति के पथ पर लगातार अग्रसर है। भारत के पूर्वोत्तर राज्य में सिक्किम का तेजी से विकास हुआ है। अपने अद्भुत प्राकृतिक सुंदरता के कारण सिक्किम पर्यटन की दृष्टि से बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण है। सिक्किम भारत का ऐसा राज्य है जहाँ की खेती 100% जैविक है। इसी के साथ ही मैं डिलीराम दुलाल आप सभी श्रोताओं से विदा लेता हूँ। कार्यक्रम सुनने के लिए आप सभी श्रोताओं का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।